It's media days, and that means college football is just a breath away. Welcome back, everyone. It's me, Will and D, and I'm here from Jeffrey from Only Talk Sports, and we're getting excited about college football. It's getting right around the corner. Feels like
Absolutely,
my
definitely.
camera is going out.
Like you said, Will, it's media days is back in full swing, and that definitely means that college football is right around the corner, and everybody's getting excited. Like you definitely like feel the shift, like online, but also like probably people and like your friends, neighbors, all that type of stuff that are college football fans. Like you just know it's starting to get close. Like people are talking about it more. Like summer's starting to wind out, which that's the only thing I've never liked about college football and stuff return. I love college football, I love NFL, but it's the summer ending. That's the only thing that
Mm-hmm.
stinks because I love summer. It's hot and bugs and all that, but I love summer. And it's the best one to me. It's the best time of the year if you're an outdoors person type stuff like
Mm-hmm.
that. But still, regardless of that, I cannot wait for the return of college football, and definitely excited to be able to do a show with you again. It's been a while, and we got a lot of stuff to talk about. I mean, there's been a lot of stuff happening and around college football and NBA and other sports, but I mean, I got it on the screen right here. Monshun Sales to Indiana, five-star recruit, 5-star wide receiver, Monshun Sales to Indiana, not basketball, Indiana football. I mean, it's crazy that almost feels more insane than them winning a natty, which is not, because them winning a natty was
Mm-hmm.
more insane. But Indiana's never had a 5-star recruit ever. They never had a natty. They never had anything. But they won a Rose Bowl. They beat Alabama. They win a natty. Now they get a 5-star wide receiver. What are your thoughts on this entire situation?
I mean, it's just part of the Signetti effect, man. He's getting 5 stars now.
Yeah.
I mean, I think Indiana's gonna stay around for as long as Ignetti wants to keep coaching.
Yeah, I mean it's absolutely fair. I mean, I feel like to me when it comes to Indiana's like ceiling like in the future is that as long as Signetti's there, they're going to be good. And whatever baseline of good, like 9-3, 10-2. It just doesn't feel like they're going to fall off. Obviously anything can happen, but their ceiling is playoff contender every year. Their floor with Signetti, I mean, 9-3, 8-4. I don't feel like they can be worse than that. I mean, for one thing, they just won a national championship with a bunch of guys that really none of them were highly rated. There was a lot of Division II, junior college, FCS players. A lot of the roster was made up of guys like that. I mean, they had a couple 4-star recruits, and ironically, a couple of those were from the Tom Allen era that stuck around. But everybody else, I mean, they were like all 3 stars, 2 stars, no stars. Again, I mean, like Elijah Surratt was from D2. So many of these guys just shouldn't have done what they achieved. And it has to be just incredible coaching that got it done. And is it sustainable in the future? I mean, is it all going to come together with all the perfect players and then to do it again? I have no idea. But being able to land a guy like Sales is showing that even if Indiana's not going to be getting top 10 recruiting classes like Miami, Texas, Ohio State, all that type of stuff, they're going to at least be able to compete now for certain high-level players while still recruiting the under the radar, diamond in the rough type of guys that they've been getting under Signetti and basically their entire existence. But I mean, I was shocked. I did not think that Sales was going to go to Indiana because I've talked about it at length, with Alabama fans and, just in other circles and around college football with people. And it seemed like he was going to go to Texas, Alabama, Ohio State, one of the big money schools. I mean, he literally had a nickname of Bama. So it's like he was from Alabama. He grew up an Alabama fan, but he'd been going to high school in Indiana and he chose IU at the end of the day. And he mentioned development. So, I mean, obviously whatever Cignetti said and what they've showcased with Surratt and Cooper going to the NFL, and there's a good chance Nick Marsh and Charlie Becker go off to the NFL after this year. Sales would immediately be the starter in 2027, most likely. So, I mean, path to playing time, development. I don't know. It's crazy. I mean, the only thing I'm worried about is the possibility of leverage. I mean, could he commit to Indiana and then still go somewhere else? You never know. But I think he's committed to Indiana. I really do. I mean, he's made his decision. You never know. But this is a huge monumental, recruiting win for Indiana. This is something that prior to Cignetti, I know NIL and people talk about Cuban, that's fair. But Indiana's still not as high in NIL as these other schools. For them to land a guy like this, that just shows you how far they've come. And like you said, it's a really good indicator that they are here to stay, as long as Cignetti is the head coach.
Yeah, it's as long as Cignetti can stay. I mean, maybe Shanahan will take over afterwards. Who knows? I mean, Cignetti isn't a young buck, but I mean, Indiana's going to be in the championship, right? I mean, they're going to be in the playoffs pretty much from here on out until Cignetti leaves. So,
yeah, I mean, it'd be great for Indiana's long-term potential, like future of being good, if he can keep Indiana good for a long time. Like I feel like the longer Cignetti is at Indiana and the longer that they are successful, the better chance that there is of Indiana remaining good in the future. You know what I mean? Like if he left after this year and they were only good for 3 seasons, you never know. Next coach, if it was Shanahan, could do good. But I just feel like if Cignetti's there for a decade and he does well, it's going to increase the likelihood Indiana can remain good in the future, in my opinion, because the stability has been built. But only time will tell in that department. I don't know if you saw as well, but did you see that Cignetti with the college football video game? Did you see where he, he has that little thing where he opens up where he says EA Sports is in the game and he's
he said it. That's fun.
Yeah, they have him saying it in the game. It's like, come on, that is amazing. That's so fun. Freaking cool, man. So yeah, it's a new day in the state of Indiana, man. The Hoosiers they're actually good in football. They just won a natty, and I still it coming out of my mouth thinking it makes no sense to me. Notre Dame is the football school in Indiana, and they still are. I mean, Notre Dame's historical, success. I mean, but it's just Indiana being relevant in football is crazy to me. It's wild.
All right, do you want to keep on college football for now?
And we can do that. Absolutely.
So let's look at these college football win totals. Oh, let's start. Do you want to start with Alabama?
That sounds good to me, especially if we go alphabetical order, because like start from the top. But yeah, we can definitely look at Alabama.
So the win total for Alabama right now is 8.5 right now.
I mean, that's fair. I've definitely talked about it with Alabama fans, talked about it with Jackson as well. And I mean, we kind of all agree that it is fair to say 8.5. It's just, I don't know. It's just kind of one of those things where it's like seeing Alabama at 8.5 is a bit low. But then when you look at the schedule here and you see all these tough games, and then you take into account Alabama's youth, right? Like they got so many young guys. This is a young team. It starts to make more sense. It's just 8.5 is between 8-4 and 9-3. And to me, it's just like thinking of Alabama going 8-4 seems crazy. But again, they really weren't that far off. What did they do the year before? They went 10-4, and the year before that, 9-4. So it's really not all that off. It's just the difference is Alabama went 9-3, lost bowl game. Then they went 10-2, then lost in the SEC championship game, then lost the playoffs. So it's like you had, I guess better success regular season, and then the record tailed off at the end. Whereas if Alabama just straight up goes 8-4, that's worse. But I don't know. I mean, I think 8.5 is fair. I'm teetering. I'm not making an official prediction yet. because I will definitely make a standalone video probably on Alabama at some point. I did that last year. But I think, to me, I would say it's more likely that they go over 8.5 than under. But I don't know how you feel.
I mean, Vanderbilt could be good. So it's like, for me, it's this 5-game stretch right here.
Oh, yeah. It's not easy at all.
Because,
I mean, for one thing, I mean, you've got Tennessee on the road. Alabama's had problems now with Tennessee on the road. LSU on the road. Alabama has not had problems there outside of the 2-point conversion game with Brian Kelly. But it's Lane Kiffin now. You know, they got a revamped team. It's theoretically going to be harder. Vandy's not a pushover. They're not a pushover. We don't know what Vandy's going to be, you know, like how much they're going to regress. But still, Alabama lost at Vanderbilt when they were a 6-6 team, so still can't take it for granted. At Mississippi State, you got Georgia, and I mean, it is tough. It's just, for me though, when I look at Alabama, it's just there's so much talent there that I have a hard time seeing them going 8-4. I mean, I would like to believe that the worst would be 9-3. The floor is definitely like 7-5, 8-4. If the bottom fell out, they could go that low, but I still think that there's enough talent there that they will, you know, find a way to at least go 9-3 or 10-2. I will make an official prediction later on, but again, that's a tough. It's not an easy schedule. It's pretty brutal, but I don't know.
I definitely think the Florida State game with Ashton Daniels, that's should be an easy one. I mean, South Carolina could be better, but I think Bama will win that. Kentucky with Kenny, I mean, I think that Alabama's talent should be fine against Kenny and Kentucky.
For me, though, too, when I'm looking at like Alabama's season last year, is that Alabama, and really the last 2 years, it's the inconsistency in the bad games, you know, like the poor opponents. They've had the Florida State game, had the Oklahoma game, the Vandy game, the Michigan game, and the bowl game, all these games. And it's like looking at that first 5-game stretch, theoretically going into that Georgia game, Alabama should be 5-0. They should be 5-0.
Good.
But the way that they've been the last 2 years, dropping games to 6-6 Vandy, dropping games to 5-7 Florida State, there's no given that they're going to be 5-0 after that stretch. So they should be 5-0. Well, who's to say they don't drop a game at Kentucky? Who's to say they don't drop a game at Mississippi State? Because they did lose at Vandy, at Oklahoma, at Florida State. I mean, to me, it would show monumental growth for Alabama if they are 5-0 going to that Georgia game, because they didn't choke. They didn't blow it against a bad team. I mean, let's face it, that Florida State team last year was terrible. And Alabama got smoked. I know it was week 1. And Florida State did peak in that game. Like they never played as well as they did in that game again. But still, that loss ended up. I mean, it was so bad that literally, like at the end of the season, everyone's argument for why Alabama should not be in the playoffs is, oh, they lost to Florida State. They lost to Florida State. Like, yeah, I agree, but they also beat Georgia.
The SEC championship game, I think, was like, is this a team we want to have in the playoff? That team that got their butts whooped.
And I will say, I even, as an Alabama fan, was harsh on us. I said, like, hey, I really don't think that this is a playoff team, but you know, the way that they look. But using the Florida State game argument was getting old. It was a week 1 game. That's why week 1 games are so fickle to me. I mean, to me, you know, like if Alabama played Florida State later in the year, I think they'd have smoked them. But again, coulda, shoulda, woulda. They did lose that game, but I would really like to see Alabama be 5-0 going to that Georgia game. If they drop one of these games, because I mean, technically, one or two of them, it could be losable, but it's just they shouldn't happen. They should not lose any of those games. It's just going to make it tougher if they do drop one of those games to go 10-2 or something like that with all these tough games here, because we did kind of overhype some of the opponents Alabama did beat last year. When they beat Missouri, everyone was like, oh, Missouri's a great win. Vanderbilt's a great win. They weren't bad wins. They were
Vanderbilt
good wins.
Was a decent win. Yeah.
But, I mean, we were kind of acting like, oh, well, Alabama's beating all these top 25 teams. It's like, I mean, it's okay. You know, like when Alabama's struggling in the South Carolina game, like they look really good after the Florida State loss. Like after the Florida State loss, they looked great all the way up to whatever. Then they played South Carolina, and I was like, oh no, they're doing it again.
Mm-hmm.
That game was kind of rough. And then I'm trying to remember that other game that they looked kind of bad too. Obviously they lost to Oklahoma, but they had a few more games last year toward the end.
Auburn game was sketchy.
Auburn game was definitely sketchy. So yeah, it's just Alabama is just not consistent enough. I mean, like I feel like they'll show up for Georgia. I feel like they'll show up for A&M, but who's to say they don't drop a Vandy? Who's to say they don't drop a Kentucky? So it's gonna be interesting. But yeah, I'm all over the place trying to figure out where Alabama's gonna go. But I still think, at least for now, that it's more likely they go over than under.
I'll lean over, cautiously over, though.
Yeah, very slightly cautiously. We do in the chat. We got Godfather of the SEC with 400 gems. Hunk alert. Appreciate that, Godfather. We got Kate of the Diesel Freak coming in with 30 gems. Clutch. Appreciate that. And then we got Godfather of the SEC with a $4.99 super chat. Give me 5 to stay alive. Appreciate it, Godfather. Appreciate everybody else for being in chat as well. Scotty B's in the chat. John D'Adamo, Dave Valensky. We got a whole gang in the chat. Appreciate Southern Sports Scene. Everybody in here. Appreciate it a lot. As we move on further on these college football over-unders. But, yeah, Alabama's starting it off with a very cautiously optimistic over.
We have Auburn, who's 6.5. So they're thinking Auburn will make a bowl game, but can they get to 7-5?
Well, I mean, you have a big game to start out, rematch against Baylor, and last year they beat
DJ Lagway.
So
yeah, DJ Lagway led Baylor Bear team.
So funny to me though when Auburn beat Baylor and it was like, oh, we're back. It's like, okay. Like,
and then Southern Miss, and then the Weir Back Bowl, a Weir Back Bowl between Auburn and Florida.
That's just kind of a sad game, though. 7 o'clock on ESPN, primetime television. Like, that game's probably going to get hyped, too. Yeah. Especially if they're both 2-0. I don't know.
Yeah, what the new coach is.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. I mean, you got a tough stretch as well at Tennessee, at Georgia, LSU, and at Ole Miss. That's pretty brutal.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, those all 4 could be losses. Do you think under or what? Yeah. I mean, I'm kind of, it feels 6-6.
Yeah,
yeah. I'm gonna lean under, man. I'm gonna go 6-6 here for Auburn. I'm seeing too many L's.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, because think about it, like between Baylor, Florida, and Vandy, one of those is probably an L.
Yeah. And
then again, at Tennessee, at Georgia, LSU, at Ole Miss, all 4 could be L's. That's 5 losses. Then Bama's 6. At Mississippi State's not a given. I'm gonna go 6-6. I probably. It's not an official prediction. Again, I don't know how many I'm gonna get to. I might do like maybe we will with live streams, or I might do videos on the conferences. I think I maybe did videos last year. I can't remember, but I'll try to do something where I predict most of these teams. But for now, though, I'm going to lean under for Auburn.
All right. Let's go to the bacon bits.
Arkansas.
It's not. Let's see. Their win total is 4.5.
1 win.
2.
Oof. I mean, I kind of hate to say under on a 4.5, man, but I'm not seeing it.
I'm not seeing it with Ryan Silverfield.
Utah on the road. A lot of ranked games. I mean, you could beat Auburn. Maybe.
But it's at Jordan Hare.
South Carolina. Dude, I hate to say it, but I'm probably going to go under.
Under. Sorry.
Dude should have stayed at Memphis, man. I mean, Ryan Silverfield's brutal job here. Yeah, I'm probably gonna go under on that one. That probably will hold up if I do an official prediction. I think that's gonna hold up. I'm not seeing 5 to 6 wins there.
All right, Florida.
Okay. 7.5.
7.5. That's a lot.
I mean, possibly 3 wins to start. Maybe. I mean, manageable. South Carolina at home, at Missouri's winnable, at Kentucky, there's winnable games.
It's an easier schedule.
Yeah, there's winnable games, but that's 7.5, man. That's tight. I mean, I could
I'm
see
thinking 7 and
8 more, but I
5.
could
I'm
see
thinking
7
I'm
and
thinking
5.
just under.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's close. I don't know. I'm seeing 8 possibly, but that would mean Florida wins all the games that they can win, and that they don't normally do that. Florida always loses one they shouldn't to something really dumb like a shoe or whatever. 7 and 5, man. I'm sorry,
Yeah.
Florida. 7
Yeah.
and 5.
I agree. All right. Georgia's 9.5.
That makes sense. A little lower though. They've been 10.5 before. 9.5.
Mm-hmm.
So Kirby going down a little bit. He's got to keep his team under control.
So you got 3 easy wins to start.
Absolutely. Oklahoma will be a good game, but it's at home. At Bama's tough. Man, there's a lot of winnable games though. Yeah, I'm seeing over.
I'm seeing over.
10-2, 11-1.
Yeah.
Way too many winnable games. I mean, their toughest games are Oklahoma, at Bama, and at Ole Miss. I mean, Georgia Tech. I like Georgia Tech, but it just feels like they're going to come up short every time in that game. Pretty much. I mean, we'll see what they do this year. But, I mean, Haynes King was solid, and they got close twice. I mean, that one game they should have won that he got hit in the head. I'm still 2 years ago, but they can't beat them. So it's like, I mean, I'm looking at it. I'm seeing over for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Florida can't beat them. I mean, we got Jackson coming in with a $5 super chat. Appreciate it, Jackson. Don't be shocked if Norvell is fired before October is done and over with. But if Florida State gets smacked by SMU and Bama, then he could be gone before October. We'll be getting to Florida State for sure. But yeah, Norvell. Appreciate it again, Jackson. Norvell though is like on everybody's hot seat. It's ugly. Kentucky 4.5, just like Arkansas.
Mm-hmm.
2 wins. Ugh. Louisville's tough. At Missouri, Florida. I don't like it. I don't like it at all, man.
No.
4-8.
I mean, I hope they do well. I hope Kenny does well, but I can't see it.
Yeah. I mean, it's not likely that they go over. You never know, but I most likely would have to agree.
LSU here is 8.5.
LSU's hard because you've got Lane.
There's a lot of new. There's a lot of unpredictability.
Yeah, I mean, you can see anywhere from 10-2 to like 6-6, 7-5. I mean, it's they have a lot of volatility in what their ceiling and floor is. I don't know what to think. I mean, like for one thing, Levitt's who they got from Arizona State.
Yeah.
I mean, he's tough, man, because there were times when he looked really good. I know he had some injuries, I think, last year, but he didn't play very good last year. I remember when Arizona State played Mississippi State, he didn't look good at all. Now, granted, he didn't have his star running back next to him anymore, but I don't know. LSU made a lot of moves in the portal. Lane brought a lot of guys over. Looking at the schedule, I mean, Clemson's not what they used to be. Ole Miss on the road, that will be tough because Ole Miss is going to be mad. A&M at home. Bama's at home. I mean, that's not the hardest. But Levitt, though, again.
This stretch is tough.
Yeah, okay. It wasn't looking bad until that.
Yeah.
It was manageable until the end. So much of me wants to say 8-4. But 9-3 is possible. But, I mean, if the big game is going to be that Ole Miss game.
Yeah.
Because if they lose to Ole Miss, then the likelihood of them going over declines dramatically because you've got Bama, you've got Tennessee, you've got Texas, and A&M. They beat Ole Miss, and I think they could go 9-3.
I'm going to say I'll say 8-4.
Yeah. I'll go 8-4 for now. I'm probably gonna stick to most of these though. I will ultimately, when I make predictions, I probably will stick to most of these. But for now, I will probably go under 8-4. I mean, that schedule is kind of bad at the end.
Mm-hmm.
Mississippi
All right,
State.
4.5 for Mississippi State. That's an interesting one. The Mississippi State.
Yeah, that's one of those like Carolina, Minnesota type of games. It's two teams that aren't very good. I mean that's like the PJ Fleck game to either like barely squeak it out or just blow it. Because I mean, I remember when Minnesota lost to North Carolina, man. That was just horrible. I mean, they should have won that game. And then you also had that Minnesota game against Nebraska. I don't know, man. Mississippi State's not very good.
I mean, they're better than they were, but under the guy before Levy. So I think Levy will stay even if he doesn't make a bowl.
I'm seeing 4-8.
Mm-hmm. Maybe they sneak one of these Auburn or Vanderbilt games.
Maybe. But, I mean, ULM win. Then, I mean, you've got at Minnesota. That's toss-up. At South Carolina, Missouri. Then awful games. Alabama, LSU, Oklahoma, Texas. You're going to be just beat up.
Yeah.
Then Vandy, Auburn, maybe. Tex win. I don't know, man. I don't know how they get 5 with that.
Yeah, I'll say no.
Probably 4-8. That's rough. That's brutal. That 4-game stretch there is brutal. It's almost like every one of these SEC teams have a stretch like that, pretty much.
Yeah.
Missouri's been good under Drinkwitz, but this year they only have it 6.5.
6.5.
Kansas is declined. They've declined. I'm even starting to see people putting Leopold in hot seat conversation.
Yeah.
I don't know about that because he's done good at Kansas, but he has trailed down. He's trailed down as Jalen Daniels has trailed down with his injuries. And Jason Bean really couldn't fill in well enough times. Now he's gone. I don't even know who their quarterback's going to be as of this point.
Who's going to be the quarterback again for Missouri? It's what's that guy's name?
Well, they had one of that Prabula or whatever.
He went to Virginia.
God, I can't remember.
Austin Simmons.
Oh, yeah. The Ole Miss guy.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, is Austin Simmons good? That's the thing. Like he started out pretty good for Ole Miss, but then he got hurt and then he never got the job back. But I don't know. That's a tough one. I mean, Missouri's overperformed their over-under a lot under Drinkwitz lately. Like not at first. Like the beginning of his tenure, he was kind of
Mhm.
5-7, 6 and ish, but then he started to roll a little bit last few
Mhm.
seasons. And I mean, they've been better. I mean, they had the monumental win over Ohio State that Ohio State fans say doesn't count because they had all these guys out, whatever. I don't care. But again, sorry, Ohio State fans, but that was like the highlight of Missouri. Like Missouri's had success under Drinkwitz, but to see them at 6.5 suggests that they're most likely going to take a step back. But what did they go last year? Was it like 8-4? I think they went like 8-4, something like that. I know they had an injury to their quarterback, so they had like a third string guy in there.
They were 8-4.
Yeah, 8-4. They were fringe top 25. They were ranked when Bama played it because that's when Bama had the 4 or 5 straight ranked wins or whatever. That Kansas game's huge.
Yeah.
They beat Kansas. They can start out 4-0, maybe. Maybe. I mean, maybe 5-0. It's kind of hard to believe Missouri going to start 5-0 though, and then the schedule gets hard.
1, 2, 3, 4. I think I'm going under.
The thing is Austin Simmons has to stay healthy,
and
if he doesn't, then their chances of being good are slim.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
I'll say 6-6.
Yeah.
I hate to do it to Drinkwitz because he's been good, but that schedule's kind of tough. And with Simmons, I mean, for one, we don't know how great he is because he played for brief and he was good, but then he got hurt, and then that's tough. We got Dave Valensky coming in with a $4.99 super chat. Appreciate it, Dave. He says, long time no see you guys. How are you guys been doing? Baseball's been boring. The World Cup is done. Might as well talk college football. Yeah, I mean, that's fair. That's why college football is getting close, man. Like World Cup's gone, NBA Summer League's over. I mean, there's not a lot going on. I mean, you have besides baseball, you got the Canadian Football League. You've got that softball league. There's some stuff on, but I mean, it's if you're not a baseball fan, it's kind of still the dog days of summer, but definitely cannot wait for college football. It's definitely getting around the corner. Moving on to Oklahoma, though, we both agree Missouri probably under. Oklahoma 7.5. Now, key for them, health quarterback again, because he got hurt and their season it didn't derail fully, but it never fully recovered. It wouldn't have been as good as it could have been if he stayed healthy, because he was playing great. Mateer was. He was in the Heisman conversation for brief. That Michigan game's massive again. But this time it's in Ann Arbor. But
and they're going against Whittingham.
The issue to holding Michigan back, though, is Underwood, man.
Yeah.
I don't think he's that good. Now, he could get better. Absolutely, he could get better. But as of right now, he is still...
The spring game was bad from him. New Mexico is not the easiest bye game, but they should win that.
Yeah, at Georgia, and then Texas is brutal. Back to back, but they have a bye, but still, that's brutal.
Still brutal.
Then you've got 4 winnable games, pretty much. I mean, maybe you can drop an at Mississippi State or an at Florida, but theoretically should win all 4. Ole Miss. What was it? That over-under was 7.5.
Yeah.
I kind of feel like this is an over. I think this is an over.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
I'm seeing 8.
It could be. Yeah, let's go over.
I think it's 8. I mean, it's not the easiest schedule, but I mean, I feel like 8's like Venables has done good there. I think they'll get 8. Could be wrong.
Mhm.
Again, I'll relook at stuff when I really fully look at the rosters, and I might change my mind. But for now, I would lean over. Ole Miss is 8.5. They're tough, man, because is Golden going to be able to keep it up? Lane's gone. I mean, I feel like if this is the year that they can still be really good, but maybe in the future they start to decline. But like as of right now, you still got a lot of guys from last year's team. You've got a lot of frustration after losing Lane. Like they might be playing angry. You know what I mean? So they could be good this year. I don't know about beyond. I mean, that LSU game's massive. I'm telling you, that's a big game for both teams. The winner of that game has a really good shot to be really good, and the record's good. They maybe could be a playoff team. But the loser of that game, like LSU schedule is brutal the rest of the way. If they lose, that's tough. I mean, Ole Miss is Texas on the road, Oklahoma on the road, Georgia at home.
Not as bad, but it's not easy.
Louisville's tough. Yeah, 8.5 seems fair. I'm seeing 8 and 4, 9 and 3.
I think Chambliss will get them to 9 and 3. I'll say over.
One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I don't know, man. I'm on the fence. I'm seeing 8 and 4, 9 and 3. The key is the LSU game. I'm guessing you picked them to win in your mind. Because, I mean, that's the one I'm swinging on because I feel like they lose to Texas. I feel like they lose to Georgia. And then at Oklahoma game's probably a loss. I'll go over. That's fine. Chambliss, if he can keep the magic up, I still think he should win the pros. But regardless, he decided to come back. They gave it to him, which I'm still shocked they did after a bunch of suings and stuff. I mean, I don't ever like saying I hope a team wins. I usually try to be impartial, but I feel like 99% of the nation is going to be rooting for Ole Miss in that game. So I don't feel like that's harsh to say. I think most people want Ole Miss to win.
Yeah.
South Carolina 6.5. Huge year. For South Carolina.
Huge year for our guy Shane.
He's got to turn it around. I mean, most South Carolina fans like him, but they're kind of getting sick of him. You know what I mean? Like that's kind of the narrative that I've
heard. Roller. It's like up and roller coaster.
Yeah. They're getting tired of him. They like him and they respect him, but they're getting tired of him. The thing is, though, it's true with South Carolina. When people, Jackson said this about certain teams as well. It's the classic. When people are high on them, they stink. When people are low on them, they're good. But 6.5 right in the middle. Like the years that people thought South Carolina was going to go like 4 and 8, Beamer pulls one out of a hat and goes 9 and 3. And then the years that people think they're going to go 9 and 3 and all that, then they suck. Because I mean, last year I pegged it. Everybody was saying South Carolina was going to be good last year, and I said they weren't. I was like, no, they're not. I said 6 and 6. They ended up being terrible. But I don't know now because literally they're right in the middle. Average 6.5 over under. Most people kind of agree they're fringe bowl team. So it's like, are they going to outperform? Are they going to underperform? But last year they were bad, so is this a bounce back year for Beamer? They still have Sellers, but I just don't think that they have a lot around them, though.
Yeah.
I don't. They lost a lot after that good year they had. They lost a lot of players to the transfer portal. Like their best tight end left. They lost a ton of guys. That half their defense went pro. But I don't really know, man. 3-0 start is possible, but then loss and then maybe I mean, there's a strange world where they start 5-1. Could happen.
I'm going under.
Tennessee, Oklahoma, A&M. It's 4 losses. Ooh. If they're not 5-1 after that Florida game, they have no shot.
Yeah,
going over. You could win Arkansas, but then the Clemson game would be the swing because you're not beating Georgia or A&M probably or Oklahoma, and most likely. Yeah, I guess
they have to win that Tennessee game. I think.
I guess I'll go 6-6, probably under. I hate it for Beamer. If he goes 6-6, he's probably done. That's kind of a tough schedule, though. Tennessee 7.5. 3 wins, 3-1, 4-1, 5-1. This is screaming 8-4 to me. At the end, though, that Vandy game is going to be the key because, I mean, I'm seeing a lot of wins up top. Like you started back at the front, like Furman, Georgia Tech, Kennesaw. That's 3 wins most likely, even though the Georgia Tech game is not going to be easy. 3 there. Auburn's 4. Arkansas's 5. South Carolina could absolutely be 6. Kentucky 7. And then Vandy. That. A lot of people saying under here. I don't know. I mean, Heupel typically has him going 8-4, though. I mean, he's been very consistent. For quarterback again, Tennessee QB.
It's going to be a new guy, one of the younger guys.
George McIntyre is projected as Tennessee starting quarterback. A redshirt freshman from Franklin, Tennessee, is currently the favorite to start, standing 6'6", 195. It's been a year longer than all that stuff. Okay. I mean, that makes it a little bit less likely that they don't have experience. The problem is the Georgia Tech game and the Vandy game.
I just think I think they trip up with one of those.
So if Tennessee goes 7-5, then is Heupel in trouble?
I think he'll be on the hot seat next season, but not now.
All right. You kind of started to swing me toward under. I was thinking 8-4, but I mean, young quarterback, tricky road game.
I think that Georgia Tech game might be tough with the young quarterback.
Yeah, to start the year, kind of like how Simpson at Florida State. I just feel like Tennessee's got more talent, though. But again, Alabama more talent. Florida State, they still lost. I guess 7-5. I guess for now, probably lean under. Again, I have to really look at this though, and I fully predict here. But I mean, I'm guessing. I guess under. Texas is 9.5. That game right there, Ohio State at home. If they win that game, their chances of going over are high.
Yeah.
But can they win that game? Then you got Neyland, Tiger, at A&M. Ooh. All I know is, man, I'm telling you, and I've had people say I'm crazy for saying this. He's not going to get fired. I'm not saying that. But if Sark goes 9-3 and misses the playoffs,
that should be hot seat.
There's going to be a lot of flames. That's all I'm saying. His seat is warm. Texas fans are mad. I mean, I was thinking over coming into this thing, but you've got at LSU, you've got at Texas A&M, you've got at Tennessee, and you've got Ohio State. Not to mention Oklahoma and Ole Miss.
I remember, Jeffrey, they lost a stupid one. They lost that Florida game last year, so they have the banana peel in them.
You thinking 10-2 or 9-3, man? This is tough, man. I'm almost leaning under.
I'm leaning
But
under.
But if they miss the playoffs, though, with all that hype,
We can change our minds, but
yeah, I'm leaving it where I can change my mind later on because I will make predictions later, man. But I for right now, I'm thinking I'm leaning under, dude. 9-3. That's hard. That's a brutal schedule, actually, unless those teams end up not being as good. But I'm going under.
and then A&M now.
A&M has a pretty high over under, I believe, 8.5. Elko's turned them around. Three. It's so every time I'm seeing LSU, I don't know whether to give LSU credit or not. Like I'm seeing LSU in all these schedules, and I'm like, is that an L or a win for these teams? I don't know. That's the problem. Like LSU is that outlier for a lot of these teams. Are they going to be good or not? It's like A&M could beat LSU on the road, but I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
Bama's tough on the road. They still have Marcel Reed, right?
Yes.
Yeah, he's back. Dude, Marcel Reed, man, when he was getting playoff hype, I mean, they were trying to give him playoff hype for beating South Carolina. He came back. You do realize that he's part of the reason they were down.
Yeah.
He had all those interceptions. It's like he was not ever in the Heisman conversation. I don't know what.
I don't trust Marcel Reed. That's the thing with A&M.
Is he more trustworthy than Arch, though?
Yeah, no, I think Arch is more trustworthy. So maybe I should have went over for Texas now.
Well, see, Scotty B's telling us this. Even A&M was better than Texas and still lost to Texas. Texas beat A&M in College Station.
Well, A&M had such an easy SEC schedule, though.
They did. A&M and Texas.
Now I want to put Texas over, A&M under.
Is it possible that they could both be under?
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know. Or does it have to be one or the other?
I'm thinking under for A&M, like definitely though.
So
Lose to LSU, Bama, Oklahoma, Texas.
I mean, they really didn't beat anybody good last year. I will agree.
I mean, the Notre Dame's defense was bad. And then
the Notre Dame defense at that point in the season was awful, and they improved so much. It ended up being for nothing.
Yeah.
But it's like they improved so much. That game against A&M, their defense was horrible. And really that Purdue game.
Purdue was also horrible. That Arkansas game was the first time it was good.
Yeah, like that showed what they were capable of. Yeah, I don't know, man. I guess under for A&M.
Yeah.
I was feeling over, but you've kind of swung me to under because, I mean, I just don't know on LSU, though. I mean, I don't know. Like, I don't know if they're legit. Like, if they're not legit, then A&M could absolutely be over.
Yeah.
It's just tough, man. Texas and Texas A&M are kind of tough.
Vanderbilt's
5.5. That's their over-under. So they're thinking without Diego, it's over. At NC State's a big swing game.
4. It's just like, how good is that quarterback that they got from Florida? They got the true freshman 5-star quarterback. How good is he going to be out of the gate?
I'm trying. Who was that guy from Georgia that went to Kentucky again?
Oh, what's his name?
that he was a 5-star that did not work out.
Brock Vandergriff, right?
Vandegrift, yeah, Brock Vandegrift. That guy, that right there was just, I mean, to me, like, he was supposed to be good, right? Like 5-star, highly rated. And that's the issue. Like when you're talking like here with this guy, is he going to be good or not?
Yeah.
I mean, say what you want about the guy, because I mean, unfortunately, most people don't like him anymore because he did a lot of stuff. But I mean, Diego Pavia was that team.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, he was that team. I mean, the other guys stepped up. Don't get me wrong, but that guy, he was massive for them. I mean, he made plays.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know.
This is the guy.
5-star, top quarterback in state by all 3 outlets. Highest rated commitment program industry like Sales to Indiana. I don't know though. Flip from Georgia. I mean, games like at Auburn. I mean, do you pick Auburn or Vandy? I mean, that's.
Vandy has dominated Auburn lately, but
Arkansas, I mean, those are all winnable. Auburn, Arkansas, Kentucky, Mississippi State are all winnable. But can they win them? And then Florida is possible. Tennessee's technically possible at home. Did Vanderbilt lose a lot besides Pavia?
They lost I know they definitely lost the tight end, right? Stowers.
They did lose him.
Like I
believe in Clark Lee enough. I mean, he did well so far, but is it going to be like a Lance Leipold thing where it's going to start to trail? I mean, it's hard to sustain at these programs. It just is. It really is.
I want to go over, but it's tough.
These over-unders are really spot on. Like, it's either 5-7 or 6-6 for me.
I'll go over for Vanderbilt. I'll say maybe they beat Tennessee, or
I'll say 6-6.
Yeah.
I think they beat Auburn. I think they beat Arkansas. The NC State one's the iffy one.
Man, it took them this long for Warde Manuel, man. It shouldn't have taken this long for Warde.
All right. Yeah, Warde Manuel, the step down is Michigan AD. Got him pulled up right here. Share the screen real quick so you guys can see Warde Manuel is indeed stepping down at the end of the year. Definitely Michigan fans in chat. If we got any of the Michigan fans, I want to hear your guys' thoughts for sure. I'm sure most of you are happy. Honestly, Will, what made Warde Manuel a bad AD? I know a lot of the reasons.
Lack of institutional control.
And why is that? Is it all on him, or is it just? Is there other factors?
I think a lot of it's on him. He was letting Matt Weiss do the computer hacking. He was letting the whole sign stealing scandal. He just let that go. And then of course the whole Sharon Moore saga with him and the knife, and
yeah.
I mean, I bet he knew about the affair with the staffer. I bet he knew.
Yeah, I mean, definitely a lot of stuff is speculatory, but you connect the dots.
Where there's smoke, there's fire.
Too much stuff was wrong with Michigan under his leadership, and the thing. I mean, you think about it. When you're a leader, like a manager, supervisor, team leader, district man, whatever job you have that you're over people, like it all falls back on you. Like, even if you're not doing it, even if you're not doing it, if you allow things to be, if you don't know about it, it's different. But if you do know about it, especially when there's so many things going wrong underneath you and nothing's getting fixed or done about it, then it reflects back on you. Again, even if you aren't doing it, even if you are not partaking in it, it falls back on you. All I know is that most people in the United States that are college football fans do not know who half of the ADs are. A lot of people don't even know the ADs.
Honestly, it's good if you don't. Like, you don't want to know the ADs.
I agree.
Yeah.
And everybody knows who this guy is. And that's what's crazy to me, because, like, I'm serious. Like, I've asked people before, do you know your favorite team's AD or athletic or whatever, like, Virginia Tech or whatever, like what your favorite, whatever. They don't know. Most people do not know who their AD is. And like you said, I agree that when you don't know, it is better. I mean,
because that means that they aren't hiring and firing people all the time.
Yeah, I mean, like, people know who Greg Sankey is, the SEC guy, because he talks about a lot of stuff.
Not even sure most people know who Tony Petitti is.
Yeah, like that's my point. Like, people know Greg Sankey, people know Nick Saban. I mean, I like casual. I mean, I'm saying it from a really casual perspective. Obviously, like, people that watch college football are really in these circles. Like, we know more people and stuff, but I'm just saying that most people know this guy. I mean, like, even people that are barely college football fans are like, yeah, that Warde Manuel is something. Like, it's just wild to me that many people, like, even like Texas, Florida, North Carolina, where I'm at, like, people know this man. I mean, I'm not surprised to see that he's stepping down. I mean, I just think to me, like, you're when you're stepping down, it's just making it very.
I give up.
Weird. Like, yeah, like you're not trying to, like, fix the image, turn it around. I'm like, I'm done. Yeah. So his legacy is gonna be not great, unfortunately. Even though, as he was AD, Michigan had 2 national championships. Like, normally you'd be like, wow, that's great. Well, one of them, is gonna be marred forever with the football.
He's a Kirby Smart, or he's a Kirby Smart of athletic directors. Like, yeah, like, he's won a lot, but a lot of bad stuff's happened to his
team. I will say on Kirby, it's a shame, like, the downfall of Kirby Smart, because people really liked Kirby Smart when he won that. Like, even me, like, I remember, like, even me, when they won that first natty, it stung. I was like, darn, I wish Alabama had gotten another one. But you know what? Good job to Georgia. They ain't won since 1980. Good job, Georgia. Good job. After that, it is just all falling apart. The second natty, they got arrogant. The fan base got arrogant. And Kirby just became unlikable more and more. I'm not saying I don't personally dislike the guy. I don't know him. But he just became more unlikable, like, watching him on TV, the timeout and all that. And then, like, now the program is just, I mean, everybody's talking about, again, it's the same thing with this. I know people that barely watch college football that are like, wow, another Georgia player got arrested. Again, I don't make this up. It's in the circles. Georgia's program has been stained. It is currently, it doesn't have that pristine sheen that it had when they won that first natty. It's all been downhill for Kirby after that first natty. He was a very likable coach, and everybody thought Georgia was stand up, doing things the right way. And it is all, like, it started with Stetson Bennett. He had his issues and all that stuff. I mean,
never graduated.
Great quarterback in college with a great team around him, but, like, all those problems, and then it just started creeping up with all these other players. And then, like I said, Kirby, timeouts, and all this time. It's just, I don't know, man. It's just, like, I personally don't take any joy in seeing that. it is kind of funny. But what I mean by not taking joy, I don't want to see a program look bad. Like I would rather Georgia be stand up doing everything good. And I'm not saying Alabama does everything good. I'm sure all programs have stuff wrong, right? But, small stuff. But, like, Georgia has a problem. And if it stops, I'll be like, wow, we've gone 3 years in Georgia. Good job. But every week or two, it's something. Every single week. I mean, all offseason, Georgia's been in the news. And it's just like you said.
It's honestly like that friend that's like, yo, man, you need to stop whatever their vice is, drinking or something. And they're like, I'll have to do it again. Dang it, they did it again.
Yeah, they did it again. It's like eventually you just give up. Like eventually you get to the point where you stop, like believing they can get better or they're gonna, improve. Like at first you're like, oh, I believe you. You're good this time. But it's like Georgia's not. They're not showing any sign of improvement. Hopefully Michigan will show signs of improvement with their new AD and things will get better. I mean, what I think's ironic about Michigan is you remember when Dusty May first got the job and they turned away a couple players because of the academics and all that. And I'm just sitting here like, Michigan doing things the right way, like not allowing players that don't fit the academic criteria into the school and all that. But yet you got the sign stealing and all this other whatever. I don't know. I don't know, man. It don't make any sense to me. But again, looking at this proves that, yeah, he's done. Like Warde Manuel's he's not gonna be able to fix it. His image, Michigan, whatever, it's over. So.
And then NBA Summer League just wrapped up. The Warriors won it with Yaxel Lendenberg being the star.
Yeah, that was definitely interesting stuff there. Like I heard that Yaxel was second. He was only the second player to win an NBA Summer League title and a national championship. I forgot who the first one was, but I remember hearing it that he was only the second player to have that happen. So very cool for Yaxel Lendenborg, and he played well too. So that's
the top four picks all looked good.
Yeah, I don't think we're gonna have a Zachary Rissache situation again. These guys, I mean, even Peterson, I think, if he stays healthy, he is a good player. He just needs to stay healthy. But yeah, you shocked that the Thunder traded Lou Dort? You a little shocked by that?
I mean, the Thunder have so much depth that they'll probably be all right.
Good player, but.
And then the Hawks gave up on Rissache.
Yeah, I mean,
next year's draft also looks weak.
Is he a certified? I don't like using the word. I mean, but is he a certified bust, or is he able? Is there a chance? Does he have a chance?
I mean, I think he has a chance on a new team. But
I mean, he has not looked good so far. I mean, it's not as bad. Obviously, this guy won first round pick, but Johnny Davis.
Oh, come on. Why you gotta
dude. You remember the missed layups and dude, like that guy hit some good shots at Wisconsin. I remember watching him. He played Indiana and he was hitting all these turnaround jump shots, man. Like he ruined Archie's. I think it was still Archie was there. Was it Archie?
Yeah.
Or was it? I can't remember. But man, it made Indiana look so bad. Stu was hitting all these turnaround jump shots and he was missing all these layups in the NBA. I couldn't believe it. He wasn't the most athletic guy, but still, I thought Johnny Davis would have done better. The other guy that didn't do well was Jared Culver.
The worst thing is, man, 2 picks after Johnny Davis was Jalen Williams to the Thunder.
That hurts. That really hurts. But you never know, man. I mean, sometimes it's hard to tell. We got Dave Valensky with a $1.99 super chat. Appreciate it, Dave. He says, I know more about my ADD than my AD. That's a go. And then we got Sports Talk with Austin. 1,000 gems. Appreciate that, Austin. He says GOAT trophy. Silver star. I'm guessing these are like emojis. I can't even see them on my end because I'm just seeing the word. So I'm guessing it's like an emoji or something, but do appreciate it. Sports Solid Austin, and do appreciate it. Kate and the Diesel Free. But yeah, Scotty says then Michigan lost their men's basketball coach to Dallas. Were you shocked by that?
I mean, no one. Warde, man. It's Warde.
It's all Warde. I mean, it's all. So he would have stayed with if it weren't for Warde and all that. He would have.
Yeah.
Stayed. Man, that's a tough break. That's a really tough break.
Mm-hmm.
LeBron is trusting the process with his decision looming.
Man, the worst Wizards one was when they drafted Jan Vesely. This was in between the John Wall and Bradley Beal picks. They picked Jan Vesely. And right before that, Jay Billis was like, hey, I think the Wizards, they could draft Kawhi Leonard here. And then the commissioner walks up and then they freaking draft Jan Vesely.
You have any hope for the Wizards' future?
I do. Now that we have we have a better GM and Will Dawkins and not Tommy Shepard or I can't think of the old guy that was before him. That was also pretty mid.
I just remember the guy for your football team, man. Snyder or whatever. Like everybody remembers
Snyder
that guy.
on.
But yeah, I can't remember Wizards. But
Ernie Grunfeld, that was the GM before Bobby Shepard. Both not very good. So
well, hopefully for you, the Wizards.
I'm hoping that the Wizards can be a playoff team. Maybe 6 seed.
Yeah, I know we're talking trades. How did you feel about the Hornets letting LaMelo go? I'm like, wow, the Hornets making a play-in, and then let's get rid of your best player. I know he's LaMelo, but
I mean, I still think Naj Reid will do well, but
I just don't know, man. Like,
I don't know.
I will say that a lot of people said the trade was good because they got a lot of picks, and they're going to be able to build around Knipple and Brandon Miller. My problem is when teams do this, it's like the Mavericks. Like everybody's like, we're going to build around Cooper Flagg, and I'm like, that's great, but you traded away Luka Doncic. You had your star already, and you let him go to now build around a rookie. So what are you going to do when Cooper Flagg gets really good? Trade him? Like that's the issue. Some of these teams just get in this mindset where it's like whenever a player comes really good, instead of keeping him and building around him, what do? Trade him. So you never get good. You can't win if you keep trading your best player. I understand you want assets and picks, but it doesn't do you any good if you have a star player and you trade him every time. Now, obviously, if the star is getting older and the prime is gone, like Damian Lillard going to the Bucks type of thing, but now he's back, but whatever. Like, that makes sense. But, like, you cannot trade your star at the beginning of their prime or, like, in their prime. You got to try to do something. And if it don't work, it don't work, then let them go. But, like, some of these teams, I don't know if I'm wrong, but to me, it just felt like the Hornets were getting somewhere, and then they just trade LaMelo. So now it's going to take years again. I mean, unless Knipple and Brandon Miller get a lot better, but they also traded Miles Bridges. I know he's older, but, I mean, now they don't have any veterans. It's like, I mean, I guess Naz Reid kind of is, but I don't know. To me, it's like they went backwards for this year. It's like they were getting – that'd be like the Panthers, like, let's trade McMillan. Let's trade, like, dude, you're trying to get better. You're getting there. Why blow it up now and start over again? And that's what the Mavericks did. And in the Hornets, to me, it feels that way with LaMelo. Unless they know what they're doing and they get a couple good draft picks and they actually build around Knipple and Miller. I don't know. But, I mean, LaMelo was their best player. I know he had some injury. I guess they were banking on with the injuries that he was going to be an injury-prone player. I don't know. I really don't know. I just hated to see it because, to me, I really felt they were getting close to being good. And now they're probably maybe fringe playing to not even making it again. I don't know.
All right. Well, Jeffrey, do you want to wrap it up here?
Yeah, we definitely can. It's been a fun show for sure. I'm sure we'll be able to do another live stream soon because, I mean, college ball is getting closer. We've got more predictions. So, I mean, we can even do like we've done before where, like, we have, like, top 10 quarterbacks or something like that. Maybe we could fit something like that in, or coaches on the hot seat. So there's always stuff to talk about, but I definitely, when LeBron makes his decision, I'll probably be live for that for sure. So I'll definitely find a way if he ever decides. I mean, he'll probably decide like a day before the NBA season or something crazy, but we'll definitely find out. But I don't know if there's anything more you want to touch on really quick, but I mean, we talked about Warde Manuel, talked about sales, talked about over-under. The over-under was fun. We did the SEC, so I mean, we definitely talked Big Ten, I'm sure, soon. So that can be something to look forward to. But do appreciate everybody in the chat as well. Godfather, appreciate all the gems and super chats from Dave Valensky, Jackson Johns. Appreciate Godfather, Sports Style with Austin. Appreciate it a lot. We had a lot of people in chat. Definitely, you can tell college football is getting closer. I love it. Love seeing everybody back. Haven't seen Dave Valensky in a while. Scotty B, John D'Adamo. It's awesome. Definitely excited. Hopefully, get the real MVP back and Hummus Hero. Like when you get the gang back together, man, it's like it's awesome. But do appreciate doing the show. Will, it was a ton of fun tonight, and I guess we will see you guys soon. Appreciate everybody.